All right, so in the previous video we discussed the difference between these three families of functions, linear, exponential, and quadratic. We found the parent function for them and talked about where these two parameters m and b come from. And now we're just going to go ahead and model these. So for the first one, this is a line at y equals m times x plus b. The two parameters that can be replaced are m, the rate, and b, the intercept. Here is b, the intercept. If x is 0, then y is 11. So if I were to graph this, this would cross the y-axis at 11 when x is 0. And so b is 11. To find the rate, I need to figure out the rate of change of y and divide that by the change of x. So if you were to buy one more cheeseburger, how many dollars more would you pay? Well, you'd pay $2 more. And so the slope is 2 over 1, between 1 and 2, or just 2. And that means that the equation is 2x plus 11. Next, I've got an exponential. The parent function for the exponential function is a, to start with, times the base b, a number of times x. And for this one, again, the place that it starts, a, where x is 0, is at 6, so the coefficient is 6. And I'm not looking for the rate this time, I'm looking for the multiplier. Every time x increases by 1, how much do I multiply by? Well, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 2 times 2, okay, so obviously the base or multiplier is 2. The function is 6 to start with times 2 x number of times. And the last one is the quadratic function. The parent function for that is ax squared plus b, where a is the multiplier, which makes it wider or narrower, and b is the place that it starts. This guy starts at 0. And the multiplier is a little bit more difficult to figure out. If x is 1, then the multiplier here is going to be 2 to turn 1 into 2. So if x was 1, well, 1 squared is just 1 again. So I'm going to replace x with 1 squared. So if x was 1, then the output here is going to be 2. When I input 1, then I get 2 out. Well, that just means a times 1 has to be equal to 2. In other words, I'm taking the 1, 1 squared is 1, and multiplying it times 2. So the multiplier must be 2 in order to turn 1 into 2. And so the multiplier here that makes it, the coefficient rather, that's going to make this thing wider and narrower is 2. And so my function is 2x squared plus 0, or if I don't want to waste the time writing, plus 0, just 2x squared.